That ain't had nothing to do with me nor Kurt. Them bitches was coming at you about your because they had too much ammo.
Background chatter of the crew. Yandy and Rashida stood facing each other, two storms colliding in a
Don't act like you didn't say that. I wasn't there. And I damn sure ain't gonna come to somebody about they.
For years, they had danced around their issues. But now the gloves were off, and every raw emotion was laid bare for the cameras to capture. This wasn't just a reality TV argument. It was the culmination of years of unresolved pain, jealousy, and betrayal. Yandy, known for her poise and resilience, was visibly shaken. Her usual composed demeanor cracked under the weight of Rashida's unrelenting accusations. She had endured so much: betrayals, sacrifices, and the relentless scrutiny of her personal life. And tonight it felt as if it was all unraveling. Rashida, with her sharp tongue and unfiltered honesty, wasn't holding back. Every word was a dagger, aimed at the heart of Yandy's carefully maintained facade. "You're really going to stand there and defend him, Yandy?" Rashida's voice was laced with incredulity, her eyes burning with intensity. "After everything he's done, every lie, every betrayal, you're still pretending like he's worth it?" Yandy clenched her fists, her chest tightening as she fought to keep her emotions in check. Rashida's words stung, not just because they were harsh, but because they carried an uncomfortable truth. Yandy had spent years justifying Mendice's actions, convincing herself that their love was worth fighting for despite the cracks that had begun to show. Now, under the harsh glare of the cameras, it felt like everything she had worked for was crumbling. "Why do you always have something to say about Mendices?" Yandy snapped, her voice trembling with a mix of anger and desperation. "You're not in this relationship. You don't know what it's like to carry the weight of his mistakes, to forgive over and over because you believe in the future you're building together. Don't act like you know what's best for me." Rashida's eyes narrowed, her expression hardening. She didn't flinch. "And you think I don't know what it's like to deal with someone who constantly makes mistakes? He's hurt us both, Yandy. He's hurt everyone around him. Stop pretending he's changed when you know deep down that he hasn't." The words hung in the air, heavy and unyielding. For a moment, Yandy felt as if the ground beneath her was shifting, leaving her unsteady. Rashida's accusations weren't new, but hearing them spoken aloud, on camera, made them impossible to ignore. She wanted to lash out, to scream that Rashida didn't understand. But deep down, Yandy knew there was a painful truth to her words. The argument intensified, the room buzzing with an electric tension that no one dared to interrupt. Yandy's voice rose, her frustration boiling over as she confronted not just Rashida, but the insecurities and doubts that had plagued her for years. "You've always had your opinions, Rashida, but you've never been in my shoes. You don't know what I've sacrificed, what I've endured. You don't know what it's like to fight for something when everything is falling apart." Rashida fired back without hesitation. "And you think I haven't sacrificed? You think I don't know what it's like to fight for someone who doesn't deserve it? Don't act like you're the only one who's been hurt, Yandy. Don't act like you're the only one picking up the pieces." The exchange was explosive, their words cutting deeper with each volley. But beneath the surface of their argument was something more profound, a reflection of years of complicated friendship, jealousy, and competition. Rashida's presence in Mendice's life had always cast a shadow over Yandy's relationship with him, and now that shadow felt darker than ever. When Yandy finally stormed off the set, her emotions threatening to overwhelm her, it was clear that this confrontation was about more than just Mendices. It was about years of unresolved pain and a battle for respect and validation that had reached its breaking point. Rashida, still fuming, remained behind, her own emotions simmering just beneath the surface. For the crew and everyone watching, it was a moment of raw vulnerability, the disintegration of a relationship playing out in real time. In the aftermath, rumors began swirling about the state of Yandy and Mendice's marriage. Whispers circulated that Mendices had grown tired of the pretense and had reconnected with Erica, a woman who had always been a lingering presence in his life. Some speculated that he and Erica were already married, leaving Yandy to grapple with the harsh reality of her crumbling relationship. The pain of betrayal weighed heavily on Yandy. She had given so much of herself to her marriage, had fought so hard to keep her family intact, only to be met with heartbreak. Mindy C's actions felt like a cruel twist of fate, a reminder that even the strongest women could be brought to their knees by the people they loved most. Erica's reappearance only added fuel to the fire. Her history with Mendices was no secret, and her presence was a constant reminder of the insecurities that had plagued Yandy's marriage. Despite her best efforts to maintain control, it was clear that Yandy was fighting a losing battle. Her warnings to Erica were thinly veiled, her attempts to assert dominance masking a deep sense of hurt and betrayal. The rivalry between Yandy and Erica escalated, with tensions reaching new heights. Behind Yandy's defiance lay a woman struggling to come to terms with the reality of her situation. She had built her life around her love for Mendices, and now that foundation was crumbling. The strength she had always prided herself on seemed to waver, leaving her vulnerable and questioning everything she thought she knew. As the drama unfolded, the complexity of Yandy's journey became increasingly apparent. This wasn't just a story of betrayal and heartbreak. It was a story of resilience, of a woman fighting to reclaim her sense of self in the face of overwhelming adversity. Yandy's ability to navigate the storm would be tested like never before, and whether she could emerge stronger remained to be seen. The tension between Yandy and Rashida, the whispers about Mendices and Erica, and the unrelenting scrutiny of their personal lives created a perfect storm of drama that captivated everyone watching. Yet beneath the spectacle lay a deeper truth. This was a story about love, loyalty, and the sacrifices we make for the people we care about. In the end, Yandy's journey is far from over. The road ahead will be fraught with challenges, but if her history has shown anything, it's that she has the strength to rise above even the most difficult circumstances. Whether she can rebuild her life and find peace remains to be seen, but her story is a testament to the enduring power of resilience and self-discovery. For Yandy, the fight isn't over. It's just beginning.